Okay, this video will show you how to fix an ice problem in a Samsung French door refrigerator. There's a couple different models. This one's got the LCD screen. First thing you want to do is turn off the cooling so that it doesn't run the whole time you're doing that. And then you'll remove the door. Basically the trays just kind of pop out. And then on the end here, you'll have a couple of 10mm bolts that you'll need to remove. And then the door will lift off. And then what you'll be left with on the inside, you'll have this cover in the back. There's a Phillips screw on each side, one there and one there. And then once you remove those, you can pop this off. There's two wires that you'll have to remove, one right here and one right here, and you'll have to kind of do that as you pull this out. What you'll do after that is this drain down here. This is probably going to be all filled up with ice. But what you'll do is you'll pour hot water into this drain and defrost it, and then you'll. I used a little syringe, squirted hot water down in here. I had to do it probably 10 or 15 times with some pretty hot water to defrost this whole thing. And then I took about a 6-inch. You can sort of see it back there. Took a 6-inch piece of copper wire. It was just a ground wire from some housing wire that I had laying around. Wrapped it around the heating element there, and then stuck it down that hole. That's there are a couple other videos on YouTube that talked about doing that. I'm not sure if it's necessary or not. You'll see there's also a clog on the back, so I don't know if the clog caused the freezing or if it would freeze up on its own or not. But anyway, it looks like that that helps with some other models of refrigerators. If you wrap that copper wire around that heating element and then stick it down there, it gets some more heating down into that drain. And I'll kind of zoom up on it there so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Down in there. You can also, if you haven't done it already, you can use a spatula to scrape the ice off the floor of the freezer there. And then once you're done, you basically just put it all back together, and then that should fix your problem. So you'll see that there was ice on the floor here, but it was caused by the drain right there was clogged, and so this all iced up. And then the condensation basically just came down into the floor of the refrigerator, or the floor of the freezer, and then caused an ice block, and then that's how you fix it. So once you defrost it, you'll go around on the back side of the freezer, or excuse me, the back side of the fridge, and I'll have a second part here that'll show you how to remove that access panel, and you'll clean out the drains on the back side. So it's a defrost and clean, and that'll fix it for you. Okay, this is the second part of the fridge. Once you pull it out from the wall, you can see I've removed this cover. There's some screws along the edge that you'll have to take out, and that cover will come off. You can clean these coils out with the vacuum cleaner while you're back here, but then there's two drains that you'll need to clear. There's one right here, and there's one right here. And basically what you do is just take off that hose, and then pull off this little part and clean it off. You can kind of rinse it in some water, but there's some gunk in there. You clean that out, and then put it back together, and it goes on there. You can pour some water in the front side and make sure that it drains while you're before you put it back. But once you get it defrosted and then get those drains cleaned out, it should be good. There's another one you can see right here, and go ahead and vacuum out and clean these coils up while you're back here while you get it off, and that should do it.